Okay, it's edition 80, no it's not, it's 94.
94?
Quite a time machine there. My name's Mark, I'm joined by
Neil.
And we're not alone again.
Remember
Neil.
World Cup 94?
Where was that held?
USA.
USA, that's right. It was a bit of a dog's dinner, that World Cup, wasn't it?
Scotland weren't at it.
Scotland were at it.
94?
Aye.
No.
They get put out. They were in the same group as Brazil. And they
90.
were
That was 90.
no, they were drawing one each. They were drawing one each for Brazil. John Collins scored a penalty.
That was
And
90.
then scored an own goal. That was 94.
No, that was 98.
98?
Aye. That was last time we were in the World Cup. Collins scored the penalty, they scored in the first
That's
minute,
right, not
and
the
then
right. Not.
Tommy Boyd scored their own goal.
No.
That was 98.
Never
That was
for-
America
never
in 94.
Never
Neither
forgive them.
Scotland or England were
That's
in it, but
right.
Ireland were, so
That's right,
we all
everybody was
supported
supporting Ireland. They beat Italy in their opening game.
That's right. Is it Ray Houghton?
Aye, that's right.
Scored the goal.
We're way off track. And
Anyway,
we're only a minute into the podcast.
Right.
But we're not alone again, we're joined by John,
Hi,
who's
John.
holding the camera. John's back.
We made him had his dinner before
Yes.
we did this today because his stomach rumbling the last time.
We had a wee word with his stomach and it's promised to behave itself
Sorry,
this
it's
time
not
around.
made any noises yet.
No. Okay, Neil, so it's edition 94 of the podcast. All joking aside, you're absolutely up to, well, beyond your eyes in it today. A lot going on here at Toolstop.
we need
Busy,
to-
busy, busy.
Need to be quick.
Need to be quick.
So much work
Um,
going on, it's unbelievable.
And it's interesting because last week we were talking about responses from the social media channels that we use, Twitter,
Yep.
Facebook, YouTube, etc.
Yep.
And that's kind of inspired us a wee bit again this week. I don't mind starting off with this one. We put up a YouTube video of the brand new Metabo job site radio.
Right, yep.
Part of
RC12,
Yep, it's part of their Max
12 range.
12 range,
Yep.
basically. So they're 10.8 volt range. They've
Aye.
got this new radio in. It's a cracking wee compact radio.
Mhm.
We'd made the video down in Southampton, put it up on YouTube, youtube.com/Mr. Toolstop, and almost immediately we got a response from
Yep.
someone.
I've got it up here.
Yep, Joe
Joe
Dobbs,
Dobbs 100. I got it up there as well.
Yep, he says exactly the same as the Milwaukee radio.
Aye.
So we were like, what? What do you mean exactly the same as Milwaukee radio?
Does
Did-
look exactly the same.
Well, exactly. That's the thing. I don't know whether John can pick it up here, but it's certainly on the blog. But see that on the screen there? That's the Milwaukee radio.
Right, yep.
And if I scroll down a wee bit, yeah, you can see that there are some similarities between the two. But that got us thinking. Well,
More than that.
what do you mean?
They look exactly the same, apart
Kind-
from the colour.
Kind of exactly the same in terms of the form factor.
Yeah.
I think the bumpers on the Milwaukee radio are a wee bit different. They sit
Right.
out and they kind of double as handle as well.
Okay.
But they both have weather and dust resistant or proof MP3 housing stations in it.
Yep.
So you can run your MP3 player through it.
Good for your iPhone, Mark.
Yep, exactly.
It's in there just perfect.
LCD displays. Both will run off your power tool batteries. So the M12s in the Milwaukee's case, the Max 12s in the Metabo's case.
Yeah.
And they do seem to be similar until you realise that Metabo's radio is also a charger.
Yeah. I've just come up from the warehouse, hence my
High-vis
high-vis
vest,
jacket.
oof.
Talk about that later.
Yes.
And just at the goods in, I noticed we just had a consignment of Milwaukee tools coming in. So we mentioned last week we just kind of got back into bed with Milwaukee at Toolstop here. So we've got the tools in the warehouse now. John behind the camera there has been busy getting them up onto the website. So we've got them in stock. So
Yeah.
give them a try. They are good tools.
I'll tell you, I'm dying to get my hands on some of these and get some of them on video.
Yeah.
The red tools,
Aye.
I think look. I mean, it's just what do I know? You know, they
Yeah.
look good.
Well, I think over the coming weeks you'll be hearing more about the
Yeah.
Milwaukee tools as and when we get a chance to get down to the warehouse and play with them.
A wee tip for anybody who wants to see the latest Milwaukee tools on the Toolstop website: go to toolstop.co.uk, search for Milwaukee,
Aye.
and then when the results come up on the right hand side, you can filter by newest first, and you'll be able to see the latest tools that John
Right.
has been posting there. So the latest and the best from Milwaukee.
So man, John.
Okay, now speaking about high-vis vests, as we were a wee second ago,
Yeah.
we had a wee think about this because the BBC just in the past week or so published an article all about high visibility garments, and they're discussing the fact that they seem to have taken over Britain. Everywhere
Aye.
you go, there's guys and girls wondering about high vis jackets, high vis vests. And the kind of angle the article's taken is that if you put one of them on, suddenly you seem to be imbued with more authority than you actually have. So you could, in effect, just go out in the street and start stopping cars and asking folk things because you've got the high-vis vest on.
All this legislation about wearing high-vis now is coming out of Brussels, which is where the European Parliament or wherever it is resides. Now, we were in Brussels at Rigid Tools just at the start of this year. People who regularly listen to the podcast will know that. And we were taken for a tour around their facility, and nowhere did I see any high-vis vests. Now, bear in mind we're in Brussels. The guys in the forklifts were fleeing about 100 mile an hour. We were standing there without any high-vis on, without any safety gear on, just getting sort of missed by these forklift truck drivers. So it just shows you this is all coming out of Brussels, but they don't follow that themselves.
I think it would be good to hear from the listeners on this.
Aye.
Stories they've had with sort of over-officious health and safety representatives in their workplace, or as we posted on Facebook, facebook.com/Toolstop, any stories that people might have of being mistaken for a person of authority just because they've got their high-vis gear on.
Remember I told you the story about my mate Jim?
Remind the listeners.
The Ayr Grand National, which is one of the biggest horse racing events in Scotland, he managed to, because he had, it's no high-vis, right, but it's a related story, he had all the tweed jacket on, looked like a real horsey type, so he ended up in the paddock talking to all the stars and all that were in there, and he ended up at one point interviewing one of the owners of the horses with his mobile phone held out in front of him, and then they asked him to come and present the winner of the Ayr Grand National with a trophy, thinking that he was actually supposed to be in there, or he was just one of the guys. So it just shows you how much you can be mistaken when you've got, you know, that type of gear on. As you say, with high vis, you can be mistaken for a parking attendant or anybody within authority.
So watch out on the Toolstop blog, toolstop.co.uk/blog, for more articles about PPE. We've looked at high vis. We're going to be looking at other bits and pieces that, whether we like it or not, we need to wear when we're on the job site.
The Tools in Action guys across the States, guys we've had on the podcast before, they've picked up on some Metabo products. We've been talking about them quite a lot recently. We don't apologise for that, it's all good gear, but they've picked up on it as well, and they've just written a blog post, haven't they, about the W18LTX grinder. Yeah,
I thought it was interesting that they've been kind of tipped off to Metabo through the stuff that we've been doing on the blog and on YouTube, etc. Metabo aren't the biggest player in the States. You know, other manufacturers like DeWalt, Milwaukee, probably eclipsing them.
That's right, but in America, I've been told that they call a grinder a Metabo.
Really?
So obviously Metabo are really good with their grinders, and it's actually known by the brand name. Rather than called an angle grinder, you would say, I'm going to get my Metabo.
Okay, interesting. Well, the Tools in Action guys wrap up their review by saying the Metabo W18LTX 18 volt cordless angle grinder is one of the finest cordless angle grinders on the market. Metabo really is taking the US tool market by storm. We can't wait to see what else comes from the German tool maker. So pretty good praise from the Tools in Action guys. And if folk want to see what is coming from Metabo next, just go to youtube.com/Mr. Toolstop. The videos are there.
We see a couple here. You just put them up in the last couple of days, Mark.
Yes.
Let me see. So we've got the W22 230 angle grinder. It's a 9-inch low vibration jobby, and then the MFE 65 wall chaser, and then a couple here. Oh, you don't want to show them.
Can't see them.
They're secret at the moment. So they're tools that we've already made videos for that aren't quite released yet, but they should get made public over the next couple of weeks.
Power Tool Spy stuff, obviously. We've got the inside scoop.
Can we say what it is?
I don't think we can. I don't want to, do you know what? I don't want to kind of jeopardise it. Kyle, the product manager, gave us a lot of access, so.
Well, no matter what.
One of them is, John, what do you think?
One of them is
John's giving it this.
No.
He's saying no.
Come on. Right, I'm gonna. Right. One of them is a new leg stand from Metabo. That's as far as I can probably say on that at the moment.
We saw it at the prototype stage.
Yep. And the other one is a new dust extractor.
Yeah.
It's gonna give you lot better
Dust
filtration and extraction than the
No, it's,
predecessor.
again, if we're talking health and safety, this is purpose made for meeting and exceeding
For
European
working.
health and safety legislation for
Aye,
dust.
for working with the concrete dust
Absolutely.
as well. So look out for them on the Toolstop YouTube channel.
youtube.co.com/Mr. Toolstop.
That's
What I'm
it.
doing with the videos, these wee links will be coming up on the screen as we're saying. Genius, amazing what you can do these days.
Man.
Right, Neil, we'll wrap
Is that
up.
all your own? You think that of yourself?
Aye, nobody else has done it.
Right.
Aye, so it's amazing.
Okay
I
then.
never thought of that, eh?
No,
Okay.
well done that.
We'll let you get back to the tasks that involve wearing high vis vests, Neil, and we'll
Like
speak to everybody
grind.
next week.
Right. Bye.